Hi, my name is Ariane, and I'm with Acterra, Action for a Healthy Planet. Acterra is an environmental nonprofit whose mission is to bring people together to create local solutions for a healthy planet. Today, we're going to talk about electric vehicles, otherwise known as EVs, and the wealth of benefits that they afford to drivers, passengers, your pocketbook, and the planet. So, let's take a deep dive into why we know your next car should be an EV. So this is not an EV. This is a gas-powered car. And you can tell because underneath the hood, you'll notice that it has a lot of parts, and it's really dirty. Conversely, let's look at an electric vehicle. This is an EV. EVs have 10 times fewer moving pieces underneath the hood. So unlike a gas-powered car, it has no engine, it has no fuel tank. Instead, it has a big battery and a motor, which propels it forward. And you can see, because it has 10 times fewer moving pieces, it's a lot cleaner underneath the hood. So here's the gas-powered car, and it has a tailpipe, which emits pollution. Conversely, one of the best things that electric vehicles don't have are tailpipes. As we all know, tailpipes spew out pollution into the air, and pollution causes harm to humans, animals, and the planet. In fact, air pollution caused by tailpipes is responsible for all sorts of ailments, such as eye irritation, irritations to the lungs, asthma, heart disease, the list goes on. A huge slice of the United States carbon emissions comes from transportation, and a lot of that is from passenger vehicles. And in regions where our grid is especially clean, the slice of the carbon pie contributed to transportation is even greater, upwards of 60%. And that's why it's so important for us to make the switch to electric vehicles in order to reduce the size of that carbon pie. There are two other types of electric vehicles on the market today. The first is a conventional hybrid, such as the Toyota Prius, and those contain both a gas engine and a battery. The battery recharges itself using the gas engine, so it doesn't have to be plugged into an external power source. The driver also doesn't have control over when the car uses the electricity versus gas. However, there's now a new type of EV on the market called a plug-in hybrid. Again, it uses both a gas engine and a battery, but the battery is a little bit bigger, and the driver has control over when he or she uses electricity or gas. It does, because the battery's bigger, it does actually have to be plugged into an external power source. But let's say you don't want your legacy to be that you helped save the planet by switching to an electric vehicle. There are many other reasons to go EV. The first one is cost. Electric vehicles have so fewer moving pieces underneath the hood that there's not as much to maintain or fix over the lifetime of the vehicle. Consumer Reports, in fact, said that owners of EVs save approximately $830 a year on maintenance. So now that we have a wealth of electric options to choose from, let's get this gas guzzler out of here. Smell it too. Another huge cost benefit of electric vehicles is that electricity is cheaper than gas. So it's a lot cheaper to fuel your EV than it is a gas-powered car. And it's easy too. No more having to go to gas stations, smelling gas fumes, getting gasoline on your hands. All you do is take the charger and plug it in. It's as easy as that. So let's talk about when and how you charge your car. If you live in a single-family home, you can charge your car the minute you drive it into your driveway, because level 1 charging, which is the slowest speed possible, can be done using any 120-volt outlet. However, let's say you want faster charging. That's when you will invest in a level 2 charger and set it up in your garage for faster charging. Keep in mind that most owners charge their car overnight, 80% of the time. just like you charge a cell phone. Now, when you're taking road trips and you want the fastest type of charging speed possible, you would go to a level 3 charger, and those are only available publicly, but they give you a lot of range in a little amount of time, approximately between 130 and 200 miles of range in an hour. And these level 3 chargers are getting faster and faster all the time. Let's talk about range for a moment. Most current models get between 200 and 300 miles on a full battery, and future models will get up to 500 miles of range on a single charge. Now let's talk about rebates. Now, the price of an electric car is somewhat more expensive than its counterpart gas version. However, there are so many rebates and grants available that help reduce the price of the car. Let's talk about a few of them. First of all, there's the federal tax credit. What this means is if you buy an electric vehicle tomorrow, next year when you file your taxes, you can take up to a $7,500 tax credit that reduces the price of the car by that amount. Here in California, you can also qualify for a $2,000 rebate on the purchase of a new car, plus a $1,500 clean fuel reward. There are also numerous grants available to income qualifying residents that substantially further reduce the cost of an EV. And if you live in other states or areas, here's a helpful online tool that will help you find rebates in your area. In addition to all the financial, social, and health benefits of switching to an electric vehicle, there's one more important benefit. EVs are simply more fun to drive. Gas-powered cars are noisy, they vibrate, they smell. Electric vehicles, on the other hand, are quiet. They're smooth. They accelerate quickly because of instant torque. So when you drive an EV, you feel happy and cool. Electric vehicles also contain the latest technology and are stylish, sleek, good-looking. So in addition to them being very, very good on your pocketbook and very, very good for the environment, they also make the driver and the passengers feel really good, happy to be driving an electric vehicle. So, we believe, and hope you do too, that your next car will be an EV. For more information, go to acterra.org/GoEV.